I'm so wanted the DJ bring it back, go back, pada. Come my Swarovski from Moscow and my love from Canada. Pada, pada, you know we be down. You know, the sun go down. Shana no more, she don't stress me out. If I let you in, do not let me down. Da, 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 oh, make you da, da, da. She be like vibe, so take the heat, she da, da, da. Da, 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 oh, make you da, da, da. She be like vibe, so take the heat, she da, da, da. Tell that DJ to put my shit on replay. Shawty's dead, but must still be on the way. On the jet, fly budget fresh off the jet. When I pull up in the Tesla, or in my jet, oh, collect, collect. You can, your body they can. Shawty boy like Jersey, I like him on dancing. Baby, you can, your body they can. Shawty boy like Jersey, I like him on dancing. I'm so contented, DJ, bring it back, oh, that bada. From my Swarovski from Moscow and my love from Canada. Me, I no send anybody. I'm a papa like Baja. Sending blessings to my bodies where they come from Malaga. You know, we be down. You know, the sun go down. Shana no more. She don't stress me out. If I let you in, let me down. Oh, let me go down, down. She be my vibe, so take the heat, she back on that. Oh, let me go down, down. She be my vibe, so take the heat, she back on that. You know, we be down. You know, the sun go down. Shine down, you know, let me down.
Good evening, everybody. It's the first time I actually play music that long in the space. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. Just drop emojis if you guys can hear me. But that was music from Jimmy Abdul. He's a Nigerian musician. We featured him 2 weeks ago on Music Unscripted, the Let's Hear Your Music edition. This is basically an edition where we get to play music from different artists and we get to find out what they do and, of course, hear music from them. People come in here, request their mic, and then they just basically share their music with us. And every now and then we get to have special guests where we basically talk to them about their project and they tell us a little bit more about their music. And yeah, today I have two special guests, one from Namibia, one from Zambia. And my first guest is Cassidy Caron. He is a hip hop artist from Namibia. Absolutely love this guy. I've enjoyed watching him grow over the years. I bumped into his music, I think 5 or 7 years ago. When's 2016? Run about there. And I've been following his career ever since. He just recently dropped a project called Street Lights. Oh my goodness, I didn't introduce myself. Hi guys, I'm Spoken Priestess. I never introduce myself. I just come in here and start talking. But hi, I'm Spoken Priestess. Back to Cassidy Caron. He dropped an album called Street Lights, and I've been listening to it. And yeah, we have him on the podium tonight. Hello, Cass.
Hey, Precious, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm so excited to be here,
Yo,
man.
I'm so happy. I was listening to the album. Yo, I'm going to grill you,
Yeah,
bruh. You cannot drop such serious things and expect us not to pay attention.
yeah.
How's it
No,
going?
I'm doing so well. I'm so happy with how the project is being received. You know, we at the winter's about to end, so the sun is shining again.
Yo,
So everything is looking well for me. I'm so happy.
yo, I won't lie. This winter has had me, bruh. I'm over
I,
it. I'm so
I
done.
And it was so long. Every time we thought it's finished, then
Yeah,
it starts again.
this one has been the longest year of my life.
Yeah, no, no. And they say it's only getting worse from here now. So this is going to be the warmest winter we remember.
Yo, yeah, no, all I know is I'm never experiencing winter ever again. I've already decided every time it gets cold, I'm going into East Africa or like the Northern Hemisphere. I don't have time for these things.
Yeah, just
Um,
go and experience the warm
you
vibes.
know, I will be a summer girl all year round. I'm so done with this life.
Aisha, no, tell me about it, man.
Let's get into the project, man. Street lights. You know, this is so characteristic of you. The reason why I say this is because
Mhm.
you've got this very abstract, artistic way of expressing like your love for the streets in terms of like you're a gassy boy, and it's always present in
Mhm.
all your
Mhm.
projects. Like even in your last project, you had Katutura's favorite son, where you were paying
Yes,
homage
yes.
to your hood Katutura, which is one of the hoods in Windhoek, Namibia. And Street Lights
Yes.
again is just another story of a guy that has so many stories about the streets and how his life has panned out. Can you just tell us a little bit more about what Street Light actually means?
What street light? Funny enough, my dad sent me a message today, a picture, a quote of. He said, "Good people are like street lights. They don't make the road shorter, but they light up where it's dark. You know, they make it easier to deal with. So that's exactly what I had in mind with the title Street Light. I wanted to basically drop codes, drop gems for all of the guys that and my peers and so on that experienced life in the streets in the same manner that I did, But I'm dropping it in a very personal way. I'm talking about myself in a way that I've never spoken about before. So. It's a very emotional project, It's a very I wouldn't say conscious, but it's a very deep project. It's a very sensitive project, If you're not ready, if you haven't dealt with demons in a long time, it's not the project for you. So, and that's where the title comes in. Imagine the darkest corner in the street, and there's one light in the corner that's flickering. That's basically this project.
Yo, I actually appreciate what you're saying about the fact that the project is deep, and I'm happy that you spoke about it and you mentioned it before I had to say something, because when I was listening to the album, I was like, yo, Cassidy, bruh. And the thing is, I'm a very nosy conversationalist, and not in a bad way, but it's like if there's content in your music, I tend to like pick at it, and I really like zoom into the conversation. And already
Yeah.
on the first track, I heard you talking about suicide. And that's
Yeah.
like, it's a conversation that's very close to my heart. Um,
Mm,
because I obviously practice in the music industry, but also because I also have experience with mental health challenges, and the
mm,
conversation
mm,
always interests me. So there's a
mm,
part there's a line in Posted, which is the opening track of Street Lights, where you just basically talking about growing up and how you experience some tough things within the family, and there's a line that
mm,
goes. You were thinking about suicide, you just close it all off. Can you just
mm.
tell us a little bit more about where you were when you reflected on that? And do you still think like that? Like, how do you see life now compared to when you were going through all those things that you mentioned in the track and leading you to think about, being suicidal?
It was not one specific moment that I was feeling suicidal. It was a couple of times. Being a musician, being an artist, you're sensitive. I'm a Gemini. I'm an empath. So I'm on the worst side of of life at the moment. You understand? So in terms of feeling, because people like myself feel everything, and the world is just getting it right now. So I wouldn't say that the suicidal thoughts or ideations is something that was there once upon a time, and it's gone now. It's I could never be that comfortable. Do you understand? But it's something that it's an ongoing challenge. It's an ongoing, like you say. I've been struggling with mental challenges almost half my life, and I talk about this on the album as well. Suicidal ideations being one of them. So, it's an ongoing process. It's discovery. It's me just realizing the things that drain my spirit, what's good for me. The main theme of this album is just my expectations for mainstream media. Do you understand? And tying in with my career, my expectations of how big I should be, and not really appreciating how far I've come and what I've already accomplished, because that cannot be directly tied to or converted to monetary gain. So a lot of these pressures, they come and at points where you are pressed, you are at your lowest, and then you think about things like, man, am I going somewhere? Everybody I grew up with, people that I can't believe I'm saying this, but my future looked much brighter than theirs. If you look at them now, they have steady jobs, they're progressing in life. So the life of an artist, of a musician, especially a male musician, is very, and that's the perspective I'm talking from, is very pressing. So that's where the suicide pressures come from.
Yo, like, firstly, like, mad respect for being so open about this conversation. And you sound like somebody who, you sound like somebody who's spent a lot of time digesting and making sense of all these feelings, because the way you
Mm,
speak about them, you speak about them in, you have no shame in your conversation. You're being honest and real about your situation. And I really wish this for a lot of men in the
mm,
creative industry, because obviously, um, men struggle a lot more to express these kind of feelings. And
mm,
particularly in South Africa, we're seeing a lot of our men in the creative industry are struggling with mental health challenges, and eventually suicide as well. So I
mm,
really, firstly, I just want to say I appreciate you being open about this and really putting us in a position where we can understand what goes on into the thoughts of creatives beyond the glitz and glam. And then I
mm,
wanted to just talk a little bit more about hip hop in Namibia. When I was listening to the project, I must say that Cassidy Caron has got such an interesting sound, in that he's an incredible rapper, but he's not confined to like trying to do hip hop by the books. What I mean by that is that he won't give you like the classic hip hop beats and it's grungy and it's just straight hip hop. He really
mm,
fuses sound into an experience. And on Street Lights, like he said, the album is very personal, and
mm,
there's a mood on the album. Like, I like to reference the sound of lo-fi because I'm obsessed with it, and I pick up notes of like lo-fi and alternative sounds
mm.
infused in the production. Was that on purpose to kind of like tell the story, or like bring us into the mood of listening to your feelings on this album?
No, 100%. Everything you hear was planned out and thoroughly researched before execution. So I pride myself in being a purist artist. I'm an artist first. So this, when we started this, I thought of it as a body of work. I knew that answering your first question, the state of hip hop in Namibia, is not at a favorable position, and it actually has never been, because I don't know if this is the case in all of the countries, but in most African countries, dance music, is prevalent, and especially in the times, people don't really want to listen to music that's going to make them feel even worse than they already do, or that reminds them of struggle. People are trying to dance. So that's constantly been the state of Namibian hip hop. We've been fighting, we've been fighting against numbers, because in Namibia generally there's our population is 2.5 million. So there's only a small percentage of that 2.5 million that really listen to that's signed up to hip hop. So going into the hip hop conversation, that's why I don't really confine myself too much to a certain sound, a specific jargon, a specific idea. I'm an artist first, like I said, but I am a proud rapper as well. So there are fundamentals that we took into consideration. For example, the sampling we took. we spent a lot of time on the sampling. We had to get it right, the layering on the beats, and the different textures. We really spent. It's myself and my producer, Vichy, is an incredible producer, DJ. He has his own music out as well. But this is the second project that we've worked on in the space of 1 year. In under 1 year, actually, we dropped Katutura's favorite son last year, September, October, and this one we dropped about a few weeks ago. So we've been working non-stop for the past year. When we did the previous project, it was more kasi infused, kwaito with the lockdown. So that one was catered for the kasi, more for the times. And on that one, I also rapped about more or less the same subject, the same narrative, but just at a what should I say, a more relaxed level. And I knew already coming out of that album, we already started recording for this one. And I knew, no, I didn't get everything off my chest. I wanted to give the people the best of both worlds. I wanted to show them that we can dance. I can give you the dance music. I can give you the good vibe music. But then at the same time, I'm the artist that you can go to the gallery for. My music is of that standard that in a time where hip hop is almost non active in Namibia. We can really drop a real, not a real, but a pure hip hop project, that we're not going by any trends. We're not following trends. We're not following anybody's expectations. Before we dropped this project, I told my manager that, I just want 10 real fans from this one. So that was the thinking behind it. It was very personal. We just wanted 10 people to vibe with it, and anybody on top of 10 fans that we get, that's a bonus. So that was the thinking. I took a long answer around it, but yeah, that's the short.
No, it's perfect. You gave us a little bit more insight, bringing us to the sound and also the painting a picture of what hip hop in Namibia is like. I was actually asking myself because I was in Namibia,
Mm,
and you're right. Like the dance scene is huge. They listen to kwaito, they listen to piano now, and so I was just very curious about hip hop because I rarely experienced it anywhere I went in Namibia, apart from like specific niche, spaces.
mm,
I'm gonna play a song by Cassidy Caron, lifted off the album. I'm gonna play the title track. I actually wanted to play Ace Goat, but I was like, no, let me put the best foot forward in terms of like everything you just
yeah,
explained, in terms of sound, in terms of
yeah.
feeling, in terms of expressing yourself. And I feel like Street Light, the title track, really encompasses the album so well, and I just find it's so moody. Like, oh, like I just love the song. So I'm gonna play it for you guys.
All right. Life is hard, I'm not stay frack. Cherry frack, mutar eat fat, 83 son. I'm alive, but you gon' give my flowers as my leg sack. Sally never got to see me make it as a sea sack. Nog a cap and nothing like the rumba, my deliver, my heart man. Might not be the one to eat the fruit, take as a sad man. That type of shit, my glad my heart stand. I fear that I'll go down, it's just potential. They don't see what I bring as instrument. In the era of instant gratification. My sweat for you just a notification. I've been post-traumatic half my life. Survival comes with side effects, fuck my life. I wanna turn my girlfriend to a happy wife. But my thumb's telling a different story late at night. I just didn't know if I was alone. I just didn't know if I was alone. I just didn't know if I was alone. I just didn't know if I would find my way.
Oh, that's music from Cassidy Caron with Street Lights right here on the Music Unscripted Twitter Spaces. Yarra. I'm really, really enjoying this project. You guys need to check it out. I've actually done us a favor of pinning I've pinned the link into the space. So if you look up on the space, you'll see a tweet with a link to the project. Please do get it and check it out. You really, really will not regret it. Production wise, did you actually produce the music on here? Because I know you're also a producer. I'm very, very keen to know what involvement you had in terms of the production and the sound design here.
In terms of the production, I came in a lot with the chords. But the majority of the beats were made, like I said, by Davichi. There's arrangement. I'm usually in charge of the arrangement and the executive production. So here and there, just changes and so on. But production was mostly Davichi. For this one, I was really more focused on just the execution of the reps and getting my message cohesive throughout the album.
Yo, I know. Shout out to Davichi, bro. Like he did the
Yeah,
most. What a
yeah.
talented producer. So I'm just actually quickly gonna tweet him. Is it Davichi one? I hope so. I
I
hope
think I
he's the
think
right
so.
one
I
though.
think so. I
Yeah,
think it is.
yeah. Let me tweet him real quick. Give him his flowers while we're still
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
show. Davichi did the most on this project.
And the way we produced it is so weird because I would produce the track first and then I remove my beat and then I send him the vocals and then he reproduces the track around my vocals.
That's so crazy. And a lot of producers actually don't work like that because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
quite
no way.
confining, but he managed to actually, wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's sick. All right, so we're gonna make way for our second guest and also make some space for a few of our artists to share their music in here. I'm so excited, guys. There's some good music that's about to be shared tonight. But I wanna talk a little bit more with Cassidy Corona about his album. There's a line, there's two lines that caught my attention, actually three, but let's talk a little bit about survivor's guilt. I don't know if you actually are able to get into the conversation there,
Mhm.
but there was just something you were talking about that you used to use losing this person or losing what you lost as a
Yeah,
clutch, as an
yeah.
excuse for not doing as good as you could do as a person. Can you just take us through what was going on here? Like, obviously, if you're not comfortable to speak a little bit about the incident of loss, because I didn't pick it up in the track, but if you could
Yeah.
just, take us into a little bit of that time in your life and how you survived through it.
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable talking about it. The track is about my mother. So I lost my mother five years ago. 5 years ago, and you know, at the time I was what I'm 29 now, so I was 25. Still heavy in the thrive, heavy partying, alcohol. Just really living my most life. But when she passed away, I started realizing only then that I really need to make things right. I need to live the way she expected me to live, and I tried, but every time I came to a hurdle or something, a challenge, then I would say, okay, no, but I'm doing well for somebody who lost a mother, or I constantly just used her loss as like you said, a crutch, as an excuse for doing bad, for smoking too much weed, for uh, acting a fool last night while I was drunk. It was constantly just, but I'm dealing with my mom. I'm dealing with my mom, and I never actually got to dealing with the loss because I was using it so much as an excuse that I never actually sat with my pain, sat with my emotions, and just asked myself, what's going on? Why are you deflecting? Why don't you want to actually just face it? There's a line on that song where I say, I feel like rocking up to heaven and make a scene, because my mom was such a special woman, such a spiritual woman that she was ill, but we were so naive that she would be taken from us because she was so special. You know, I always thought that there's no way Jesus Christ will come down before my mom passes away. So the moment that she passed away, it was almost like um, you lose this sense of respect for being special, you know. and that came at a heavy cost because I started doubting myself. I started being a bit more reckless because I always believed in this godly essence that we encompassed. So when she left, I think I almost let her go with that essence, But with time, with therapy, and with just talking through it, and really sitting down and being silent, I managed to deal through it.
Man, I'm so proud of you. And I'm so thankful that you're sharing your story once again with us. I also lost my mother 7 years ago. It was 2015,
Mm,
if I yeah, if that's 7 years ago. But
mm,
and it's always I have a special place in my heart for people that have lost their moms because I know
mm,
that pain and I know that life and especially having to navigate life after losing the only
100%.
thing that makes sense in life. Like, honestly, our mothers are the only things that make sense in life. And so having to navigate life without them,
Mhm,
some of the milestones where you're like, oh, I wonder if she'd be proud.
mm,
And I must say, you're
mm,
doing really well for yourself. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your tenacity as an artist. You've never dropped the ball ever, ever,
mm,
ever, ever
mm,
in all the 7 years that I've picked up on your music.
mm,
Whatever project you're putting out, you're always putting so much effort into it, whether it's visually, whether it's also the drip. I mean, the drip check. You guys need to follow Cassidy Caron on Instagram. This guy is a stylish brother. So yeah, I'm so proud of you. This
Thank you
album
so
is
much. Sis.
beautiful. And I will, when I was listening to the album, I kept thinking to myself, yo, it would be so nice to hear this music being performed. Like, I would really love to hear a listening session of this album because it's so good. So, I'm going to play you out with Ace Code. I just need to say that I was very stressed trying to figure out what to play because I also loved hearing Gigi Lamaine. Gigi Lamaine is an incredible South African rapper, and I loved hearing her interlude. She absolutely murders it, of course. I
Mhm,
also enjoyed hearing frequencies. I really love like the conversation, like the topic that's on frequencies. I just
mm.
really love. I think is it Showtime? There's a line on there. Wait, there's a line somewhere where they say, "Walking like I've got 3,000 ancestors behind me."
Ancestors right behind my back. Yeah, it's showtime.
Woo!
It's
Like,
an incredible line.
it's like hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yes. And I also enjoyed how growing pains sounds like with waters. It's also giving that moody feeling. It's giving that
Mm,
it's giving that lo-fi relaxing type of vibe. I really like that. And I also really liked Zion is a closing track, and he actually kind of samples the singing, na 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 na, on my way to
Damien
Zion.
Marley. Yeah.
And like, I really really enjoyed that as well. And I like
Yeah.
that you sang it, but not the same way that we know it. You gave it your own feeling, so that was dope. So this is me basically saying, guys, go check out the album. But I'm gonna play you a song called Ace Coat, which means ice cold in Afrikaans, because Afrikaans is
Yeah.
a widely spoken language in Namibia. And this song features Kevo Maro. So let's go.
Things I've been through made me ace go. I like this on my left, ace go. Check the girl, ace go. Me draft, ace go. Girl, fire, but I'm ace go. Body bags, ace go. Still on ace go. Dr. Weimar is ace go. We're selling lemons at a profit. It takes some resilience to get it back after you lost it. The shit cast on some bullshit. They could never take my power if I thought it. They could only see me lose if I forfeit. 10 years plus unexhausted. They look flush from the offset. The ball could only fall if I drop it. Your shit sounds false cause you force it. We were just some boys eating bread with knickknacks. They don't want the flourish, they just want the kickback. I was rolling check, I was dreaming zigzag. Lucky me, I got that bounce from my dad's check, yeah. We got stronger through adversity. My enemy showing me courtesy. While my angel only ghosting me. I can trust the people close to me. Things I've been through made me ace go.
Yeah, this have been through made me ace code. It's like basically saying like I've got an ice box where my heart used to be. Absolutely love, guys. I really Davichi is in the space, and I'm happy he's here. Davichi, dude, your work on this project is just out of this world. The way you managed to marry the sound of like lo-fi and making it some sort of alternative hip hop experience is just so powerful. It's just perfect for the mood right now. Like people want to listen to hip hop, but we don't want to listen to hip hop the way we used to listen to hip hop in 2015. Like we don't want the no offense, right? But we don't want that young money template because that's how a lot of hip hop was back then. We just want to hear good bars, but also music that makes us feel good. And I feel like this project really achieves that in a nice way that I can listen to the stuff while cleaning on that Sunday with a glass of wine. Like, I don't have to wreck my head so hard by the heavy bass and the trap of hip hop that we often get sometimes. So it's such a classy hip hop project, and I really appreciate projects like this because I used to be a hip hop head. I mean, I still enjoy hip hop, but I used to be heavily in the hip hop industry for like about 10 years or so, and I don't listen to hip hop anymore like I used to back in the day. So every time I encounter hip hop now in my new phase of life, I really enjoy it when it meets me at the level of the life that I am right now. And I feel like this album meets me at the phase of my life where I am right now. So that's very impressive. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Cassidy, for your time. Thank you, Davichi, for this beautiful music. I can't wait to come back to Windhoek. I miss you guys. So I've got General Ozzy as well as Vibes on deck. I'm gonna move over to General Ozzy. General Ozzy is an artist from Zambia. Good evening, my king. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to have you on my panel today. This is the
I'm
first time you're joining us on the panel. I met you in a space, and I really love that.
yeah. Amazing.
It's amazing. What do you think of Cassidy's album? I mean, I only played two
Great.
tracks, but.
Great stuff. I'm telling you. I was just sitting out here and I was just bumping my head. You know what I mean, like from side to side. It's amazing that there's music that you think you've heard, and you haven't heard it. When you hear it, it just moves you like wow. You know what I mean? Like there's actually great artists out there doing a whole lot of good. For the music culture, and hey, that music right there. Congratulations, man, Cass. That's amazing. Great stuff you have there. I hope one day we can get to connect and get to work on something because I think your music is amazing, brother.
Yes, he's not responding. I wonder if he can hear us, but I hope you got your flowers, Cassidy.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, right. We've got an hour on this panel, so let's get right into it. General Ozzy, please tell us about a little bit more about your music genre. You said you're a dance hall artist. I really would like
Yeah.
to get into this a little bit more. Can you just tell us about your sound, and a little bit more about your music journey?
Okay. Well, I've been doing music from for like 19 years now. Next year I'm gonna be clocking 20 years. So I've been around these music streets for a long time, for a while, and I think my biggest break came through in 2008 when I did a song called Potential, and it actually became like a crossover song. Became very popular in Botswana, in Namibia, and especially in East Africa because we went on to do like a remix with one of the biggest duos to come out of Uganda, East Africa, Radio and Weasel. So we actually worked on a remix for that particular song called Potential. And then, yeah, we also did another record called Take My Heart with the same duo of Radio and Weasel. And been around, performed in so many arenas, in so many places, East Africa, in Botswana. I've done towns like Maun, Gaborone, South Africa. I've done some international gigs as well in Europe. So yeah, I've been around and still going strong with the music. There's a point when I actually kind of like took a pause because I went back to school. I was pursuing my degree in business administration. So yeah, there was like a pause that I took from my music career, but I got back into it seriously last year, and yeah, looks like my foot is not getting off the gas anytime soon because it's full speed ahead right now.
Can I just say that, like, you're a legend when you just casually say Radio and Weasel? Like, Radio and Weasel are like huge legends on the music scene, and for you to just casually say, "Yeah, with Radio and Weasel," I'm just like this guy. But you've got new music that's coming out soon, actually on Friday.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, I was very interested when you were talking about the fact that you're a dancehall artist because there's a big culture in Southern Africa, particularly Zimbabwe. Um,
Yes.
with dancehall, and also in, so let's say, Zimbabwe going into the likes of Kenya as well. Kenya is also quite big with dancehall. Actually, East Africa has an interesting dancehall thing. I think Uganda as well. Taka, you can correct me there.
Yep.
So I was
Yeah.
quite curious because my reference of Zambian music is not as great. I know a
Okay.
lot about the hip hop scene there, and also like mostly the Afro pop scene. Like I know Zambia to be a very predominantly Afro pop country, but I haven't really experienced the dancehall side of Zambia. Can you just give us a little bit more about the dancehall scene in Zambia?
Well, yeah. We do have. I mean, a culture that very active. When we talk about dancehall, we have artists like T. Sean, we have artists like Peterson, artists like DJ Cosmo, who are still keeping the culture very very alive, and myself as well. But being an artist, sometimes you just don't want to close yourself up in a box and just make beats that are just strictly dancehall because you want to vibe with what people want to listen to and what people are vibing with as well. So there's a little bit of Afro which is fused in with our local sound here, and we tap into different sounds because that's what music is all about after at the end of the day. So basically that's what um, I've been doing myself. I've been trying to make a fusion of different sounds from different cultures, different parts of Africa, and still maintain what I love to do, which is sing in a way that is very close to dancehall.
Yes, please. Speaking of singing, please, you gotta play us some music. What are you dropping on Friday? Mind you, this is an exclusive. Beep, 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 beep. We get a lot of exclusives in the space. So let me see your emojis going up. Drop the hundreds and hearts. We're about to get an
Yeah.
exclusive
Okay. So
from General Ozzy.
yeah, so I got this record that you guys won't believe I did like 2 years ago. I recorded this song 2 years ago, and I was supposed to be releasing it then, but the artist that features on this particular record died in a road traffic accident. When he was coming from an event, and I was just like, okay, what am I gonna do? I was ready to drop that record, and I didn't know what to do. We just put it away, and we just wanted to see when the time was going to be right. And I feel like the time is right now. Um, and I want to share this with the rest of the world because I think we created some magic. The artist who actually passed on is named Dave, and they just released his album a few days ago. The label that he was with released his album, and it's doing some amazing numbers right about now here. It's one of the most trending albums in Zambia at the moment. So coincidentally, I was also working on releasing this particular record at this moment. So I guess we just have to, appreciate what we did back then and, continue to enjoy his legacy. So anyway, the song I'm playing is called Doro. You guys take a listen. You know what I mean? I haven't played this song anywhere else. So you guys are going to be getting to hear this for the very first time. This is like a world
Thank
premiere.
you. Exciting. Hit us.
Let's go. Okay. Let them bounce.
But bang, bang, bang. Ozzy the general. Shaboy. Turn up, skip it, bang, sky. Something about you, girl, that really made me fall in love with you. Girl, I wanna tell you, Putini we cafe na diga. Lekan kwebe mama ni we palo yandi, yeah. When sansa shande ni webo, deta shale sapa. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. My baby daughter, daughter. 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 Fisher boy. Butterflies in my tummy every time when I'm with you, baby. Yeah. Girl, I want you and I go phone up a fupi, baby. Yeah. Girl, I wanna show you off, show you, show you. Never put no one above you. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. Girl, I wanna date you only. I don't wanna date nobody. My baby daughter, daughter. My baby daughter, daughter. My
It's
baby
so
daughter,
beautiful.
daughter. My baby daughter. Yeah.
Ah, it's so beautiful. You already know it has my heart. I'm a sucker for Afro pop. I'm a sucker for like
Yeah.
sweet sounding music. Like it just sounds beautiful. I love it. It's so beautiful. And I can kind of
Uh,
feel that energy of like, Nate. You know, when that energy is there, like it's just such a beautiful moment, I guess. So may
yeah.
his legacy continue to grow and may he continue to rest in peace. I think people are gonna
Yeah.
eat this up. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's great to know that other creatives can actually appreciate what you do in your little space. You know.
It's so emotional. I really love it. It's so, so beautiful. Do you have something else that you can play for us? You mentioned that you have a project that you're working on. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, I got a record. This is something that I actually, when I taken my music hiatus, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, he's done, his career is done. Like, what is he up to? What is he doing? So I figured instead of just responding via social media like so many other people would, I decided, being an artist, get into the studio and respond, in an artistic way, like, yo, I'm still here, I'm still doing me. And you know what I mean? Like, I've been working so hard from the time that I started to get to this point. So there's no way I'm gonna quit music. So this was like the very first song I did on my comeback. And gosh, damn, yeah, it was a big record. So take a listen.
Nina Bakula Mundola, second last Bonuli Abanda, it's near and the mine. Kilioni as they attacked. If I had to count a million times that I've been showered from heaven above, I've been blessed with a wonderful family, most recently a beautiful daughter. Alanima esa, nima kushinga, beina tiuna sila, koma mulungu samanisia. My story up on internet in my own. All they ever do is just make me stronger. Hold on, it won't be long. I'm a lungu, I'm a younger than so don't you give up on your general. Don't you give up on me. Nikafezi nipita moche. Monsevi sankara mino. Oh, don't you give up on your general. Don't you give up on me. Nikafezi nipita moche. Monsevi sankara mino. Oh, oh, oh. Oh,
Yeah. So that one is called General's Cry.
Oh, come on. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful. You know what I love about it, ne? I love that it's very honest, you know?
Yeah.
And I also loved what you said about instead of responding on social media, you went into the studio and did what you did best. Like
Yeah.
there's really a fine line between clapbacks on social media and actually just preserving your dignity, or rather, I don't know how to say it. Dignity might be a very strong word, but just
Yeah.
preserving your gravitas as an artist. Like there's so
Yeah.
many things that people just tweet. You know, social media is a
Yeah.
problem, man. It's just so problematic, and people get into like, beefs, and they say the most ugliest things on social media because they were provoked by just a person that's frustrated in their lives, and they want you to join them in their misery. And just like that, you lose your respect because you're busy fighting with a kid on
Yeah.
social media or whatever the case may be. So I'm really,
Exactly.
really I actually admire how you approach this thing and say, you know what, I'm not going to stoop to that level. I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's not a diss track. It's you being honest and being like, yo, like, come to my level. I like
Exactly.
it. I really love it. It's
Thank you.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Yo, when I
Thank
come back to Lusaka, I don't know if you are in Lusaka, but I just
Yes,
assumed
I
you
am
are.
in Lusaka. I'm in Lusaka now.
Yeah, like I definitely we have to link up. I just saw Holster, which is another legendary artist from Zambia. He's like
Yeah.
legendary.
Shout out the holster.
Like I need to be connected with these Zambian legends. So I'm really, really happy that you joined us today. We can't wait for Doro. Please send it to me. I'd love to see if I can put it in a mix. It's such a
Okay.
beautiful song, and
Oh,
yeah, we'll
thank
do
you very
anything
much.
we
Yeah,
can to help promote it.
thank you. It's dropping Friday together with the audio and the video. So we did an
It's
animated video. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I think a lot of people will get to love it. And yeah, we'll send you the music. We'll do.
That's amazing. So just a quick question. The native language in the song you just played, is that Nyanja?
Yes, that was Nyanja. That was Nyanja on
Ah,
that particular.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's also what I like about the song. I really love to hear like African languages in people's music. So
Yeah.
yeah, when somebody does that, they always have my heart.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Dove. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That was General Ozzy from Zambia. Guys, do make sure you follow them. Follow Cassidy Caron and General Ozzy. Look out for the music. It's dropping this Friday. Cassidy Caron's album's already out. We're heading over to Ghana right about now to kind of close us off. I've got a special guest from Ghana. His name is Good Vibes. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. What did you think of the music tonight?
Come again?
What did you think of the music tonight?
Yeah. The first one, that's the hip hop. I just downloaded it right away because that's like
Ooh.
those are like music you don't get anymore. So when you hear it, you just get it, and then yeah, you just vibe with it. So yeah, yeah. And then the Zambia one, I think the last one, the one he said he did for in his mind it was a comeback music, but that's like a great tune. It should be a commercial music. No, it shouldn't be a comeback music because it's a great tune.
Amazing. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Please introduce yourself. Let my people know who you are, where you're from, and what you do, because we have something special that we're gonna play tonight. So yeah, let them know.
All right. So I'm good vibes. I'm Ghanaian, and then I'm an artist manager for Young Dems. We have an artist management which is Dakar Entertainment in Ghana, and have a few artists under our roster like the famous Neptunes who did Ameno remix that blew across the world. There's Tripsy who has some of the nicest summer pianos in Ghana, which I think you know very well. He had a freeway, had a remix with Davido, and then there's Young Dams, and then there's an Uche who is a producer. So yeah. There's good vibes from Ghana, and then yeah, I couldn't get Dems here because he had a media run to do because his EP is coming out Friday, and then so yeah, I had to step in for him.
No, don't worry. We will get Dems in here on his own little feature. We'll have a segment featuring young Dems, and we'll
Yeah,
talk to him when the time is
yeah,
right. So Thank you for joining us. So he's dropping something on Friday. His EP he's been working on. I've had the honor of listening to some of the music, and it sounds so good. I'm so happy to have bumped into his music. Thank you for introducing him to me. You have a song that's dropping on Friday. I'm trying to see if I can play it, but I don't know. I'm struggling to get it, but I want to play it. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yeah, so it's titled Addicted. And then, so the whole concept of Addicted was because he's 23, he's in his prime teens, having fun with his friends, and then had a situation with a sneaky link. So he had a situation with him being in a relationship and then having a side thing, and the side thing ending up being the friend of his girlfriend. So basically, that's the whole so yeah, that's where the whole concept and idea came in, and then yeah, he started recording to it. So that's addicted. That's what it means. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. You told me you enjoyed it, and then I'm praying that when you play it, everybody can vibe to it.
Can we just discuss how artists like to get themselves in the most awkward situations? But yes, this is music from Ghana. This has never been heard before, so this is also another exclusive. Honey, Music Unscripted is the home of African exclusives. Tell somebody, you better ask somebody. This is a song by Young Dames called "Addicted," dropping on Friday.
Waiting you did, but they hold me like super glue. See now I'm stuck on you, girl, I can let go. You got me tripping, baby, I can let go. Fight then we make up, kiss me, make love. Oh baby, I can let go. You got me fucked up, I can let go. Oh, I'm addicted to your body. You're my blanket, cover me. We both get it, somebody, but we still go come body. Oh my melody, you make me feel jealousy. Oh my baby's kind of it, so much. I'm addicted to your body, oh baby, sure you know this kind of thing I feel for my soul. Don't be shy, oh. Got plenty things from my mind, what you say. Girl, I've been waiting all this for this. Oh my mind with your soul anxious. Yeah, man waiting all this for this. Girl, you like wonder woman. Your body not superhuman. Baby, you teeth my woman. Your back away sweet as sugar. We no be together, oh. Cause me and you, they cause you all oh. And me, I know they want you, I not oh. Make you know they give you another, oh. I'm addicted to your body. You're my blanket, cover me. We won't get to somebody, but we still go big on body. Oh my melody, you make me feel jealousy. Oh my baby's kind of me. So you're my love and my charity, oh. Anything for my baby, oh. Get out the grace for your body, oh. Hold me on stage for your heart, oh. No. Sure man, look out on me. Pull me down with just your body. Girl, I'm stuck in your fantasy. Get out the grace, body.
Oh, that is music from Yum Dance featuring DJ. I've just posted the link in the space right now. There is a pre-save link that he had tweeted about a day ago. Do make sure you check it out, pre-save it, and get you the song once it drops on Friday. Yo, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the song? General Ozzy, what do you think of the song since you are on the podium?
Great song, amazing, amazing, typical of the sound that we're obviously getting from West Africa, and amazing. Like I said even earlier, it's amazing that there's so much great music out there, and sometimes you never get to hear about it. And this particular platform is opening us up to meeting and knowing great artists. So kudos.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, respect, brother. Respect.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's amazing. Cassidy, it looked like you wanted to say something as well. Did you get that? Did you hear the song?
I heard the song, yes. No, I can already hear it bumping in the clubs here in Namibia, man. It's a definite certified banger. It's an amazing track.
I won't lie. When I heard it, bro, I was like, yo, I'm mixing this song in my sets. Like it's such a vibe. It's
Yeah,
so sexy.
yeah, no, it's amazing track, man.
Lovely.
It's so sexy. Guys, this brings us to the end of our little gathering today. If there are any artists that are on here and want to actually play us a song, we have a little bit we have about 5 minutes left. So please do request the mic and come up and let's play a song of yours. But thank you so much everybody for joining me from Uganda, South Africa, Namibia, Ghana, Nigeria, as well as Zambia. Shout out to everybody in the space. I definitely appreciate the global community that we are growing here. And I really, really can't wait for all of us to just meet each other in each other's countries and vibe and do events and connect. So excited.
Yeah.
By the way, Cassidy, there's an artist in this space called Taka HD. He's a Ugandan rapper. I did tweet both of you guys on the same tweet. So just check his handle, follow him. He said he's down to work. If you are, he is dope. You know, I don't recommend anybody that I don't stand by. So he's dope. I'd love to hear an East Africa and Southern Africa conversation from you guys. So y'all guys sort it out. Word is love. Hello, how are you?
What's up, everybody? How are you? Um,
Ooh, what's up?
what's up? Cassidy, uh, General Ozzy vibes, spoken pieces. What's up? And the listeners too. What's up, guys?
Hello, thank you for greeting all of us. Do you have
Thank
some
you.
music to
Thank you.
play
I'm
for
good.
us?
How's it?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. Yeah, just like vibes. I'm an artist manager. Actually, I've been here like once. Uh, on this platform. Yeah. So we dropped an EP last Friday. On the artist's birthday. The artist's name is Amari. Uh, yeah,
Wait, Amari, the artist from Swaziland.
yeah, same one.
Oh my God, I love Amari.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you guys. Let me check. I can't remember if I get the spelling right, but let me check. How do you spell it again?
AMARII.
Oh, that's why I'm not getting him. Amari.
Yeah,
Guys, Amari is such a great artist. I remember when we listened to um a song from his project. It was called Oxytocin. I really enjoyed his sound. I really enjoyed his branding. Like he was just amazing. So thank you for coming back.
yeah,
He dropped something. What's it called? Oh, and so say all of us.
yeah.
What
Please,
would you like me to play on there?
like everything's dope. We'll play the first track, Zone.
Guys, can we just this global community, guys? Like you if you guys don't see this, you're gonna get left behind. Hey, Zambia, Ghana, Namibia, Swaziland, it's going down. It's going down. Okay, let me prepare this. This is a
Yeah,
song by Amari. He's a beautiful artist from Swaziland, or rather Eswatini. We don't call it Swaziland anymore. Um the EP is called And So Say All of Us, and this is a song called Zone. Okay, let's go.
I bet. Let's kick it with no drums and shit. It's possible. It'll still sound good, but like, do it with the drums. Like, we do it like this, we got like way more room. We can just like do whatever. So let's do it like this. I just got back into my zone like I went missing. Feel like Tom Cruise, I really been on a mission. I'm trying to find myself like when Nemo went missing. I got all this water on me, this little nigga dripping. Said I do my thing with or without them till it's finished. But they never listen, no, they never listen. Said I do my thing with or without them till it's finished. But they never listen, no, they never listen. Yeah, you just gotta push through the struggle. Swear you ain't weak, you still got all of your muscle. Just take that pain and mix that up with the hustle. You are the only major bag you could fumble. That's what I'm saying to the mirror. Like, look at me. You ain't got no reason to give up. You do your thing and get lit up. Your mama ain't raised a quitter. You got the vision. I see it. You don't need no babysitter. I cut the fakes from the picture. I'm in control like Scissor. I told you. There's some shit that I don't see because I've been blinded. I got hurt once, said fuck it and went blinded. I've been told to hustle, keep going and never mind it. And now I'm loving life, so I cannot suicide. I just got back into my zone like I was missing. Feel like Tom Cruise, I really been on a mission. I'm trying to find myself like when Nemo went missing. I got all this water on me, this little nigga tripping. Said I do my thing with the.
Oh, do you see why I love Amari, guys? Do you see? Do you see? Please confirm. Please
Yeah.
confirm that I'm not a liar, because I'm not a liar. Yo,
Yo, Dev,
wow.
Dev.
No, I
Thank you
love
so
it.
much.
It's
Thanks
beautiful.
so much.
I'm gonna listen to the project. Please, can we get Amari on the space so we can talk to him about the music?
Yo, Dev. When?
Please, let's organize it.
Cool, 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 cool. Anytime, anytime.
Yeah, no, it sounds beautiful, dog. Like, it's beautiful. Amari is so talented. Please check him out, guys. It's Amari. So Amari. Amari. Yo, I know this boy is good. Like, he's so good. He's so soulful. His hip hop is soulful. Like, yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you so much for popping in and sharing that with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ah, I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for joining us. Cassidy, thank you for your time. General Ozzy, thank you so much for your time. Mr. Vibes, thank you for your time. Where it is, thank you for your time. Guys, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for sharing. So, just so you know, we have two exclusives that dropped in the space today. The first one being General Ozzy's song Doro. It's dropping this Friday, featuring the late Nate Dave. It's such a beautiful song. I love it. Then we have a song by Young Dems. He's a Ghanaian artist. It's dropping this Friday. It's called Addicted. It's so dope. It's just so sexy, like yes. So look out for that. Don't worry, I will be posting it on my timeline. Just look out for it on Friday. Beautiful music coming out. Cassidy Caron's album is currently out. It's called Street Lights. Mpo, you just joined us late, but you're gonna enjoy this album. It's a hip hop album, and it's got like very alternative, lo-fi feel vibes. Just check the tweets in my space right now and just get the album. You will love it. It's such a dope album. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. If you are an artist, you got music that you'd love to share, feel free to join the Music Unscripted Spaces. And you can always just request the mic, like Word is Love just did. You just request the mic and yeah, play us some music. That's just all it takes. I appreciate you all, and my entire, global and African community. Till the next one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, before we leave, guys, next week we have Kuli Chana. Next week we have the legendary Kuli Chana in the space. We reached out to him via a tweet and said, "Hey, we want to talk about your Kuli Chana studios." So stay tuned for that next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central African Time, 6 p.m. West African Time, and 8 p.m. East African Time. We are talking to Kuli Chana, the legendary hip hop artist Motokolista from South Africa. Yep, that's it. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.